YouTube is back on their bullshit. Guys, I'm just gonna dive headfirst into this. I got a strike on my YouTube channel. If you don't know what a strike is, it's very serious. It's not just age restriction or demonetization, which both very much, negatively affect your channel, but a strike is like a major penalty put on your channel. Basically, you can get these for intense copyright violations or showing something very disturbing or wrong. And after 3 of these, your channel can be deleted entirely. All of your videos, everything you've done, just gone. It's very scary, very serious stuff. And I got one of these put on my channel for a vlog where I just show the process of how I get my testosterone prescription filled, which is legal. And it wasn't graphic. I didn't show myself giving myself a shot. Like, there is no... So apparently the reason they gave me a strike for this video was that I was encouraging harmful or dangerous behavior. They categorize it in the same group as bomb making tutorials. Me showing the process of legally filling the medication that I have been prescribed, I don't have an explanation for it. It's fucked up. If just talking about testosterone qualifies getting a strike on my channel, I have a lot more than 3 videos where I talk about testosterone, and yeah. So I just want to get this video up in case anything, like, God forbid, if my channel ends up going down, like, I want to have this up first so that you guys can hear my point of view and like hear what's happening, and that you know that I didn't just delete my channel. Somebody else did. So because of the strike being on my channel, I can no longer live stream, I can't use the YouTube sponsorship, and I don't know, there's some other things that like I can't do, but live streaming is kind of the biggest one at the moment, because I have been live streaming on here and I've been playing games and stuff, as you guys have seen. And that's been pretty fun, but fuck that, I guess. So obviously when this happened, I was super upset. So I took a screenshot of this and I posted it to Twitter, which a lot of you guys have definitely been vocal towards YouTube about it on Twitter. And I'm very thankful for your support. I did get a response on Twitter from Team YouTube, and it was pretty much just some bullshit, like copy paste kind of shit. It wasn't a response. They were just telling me, oh, fill out the form and appeal it, which of course that's the first thing I fucking did when I got the strike. And their form is literally just a box saying, yeah, I want this checked again, and there's like this much room on your screen to type out like a few words about your video of why you think it's okay. It's hard, it's nowhere near the communication needed for a penalty this serious put on someone's channel over. So anyways, I did technically get a response from YouTube, but it was such a fucking jerk around, it was nothing. I also reached out to their support email, haven't heard back from them. So I got the strike like 2 days ago, and of course since then I've just been checking my email constantly to see if they've appealed it. And rather than appealing the strike, I continue to get more emails that more and more videos of mine are being age restricted. Since the strike, and since me contacting them about it, I have had 5 more videos in the last 2 days age restricted. And I've heard nothing back about the strike. But they continue to... Like, can we just think about that for a second here? Also, because of the traction that my tweet got, there's a lot of people on Twitter who obviously aren't on my side with this. And I've just had a lot of bullshit on Twitter coming my way, more than usual, so... Out of frustration and necessity, I feel like, I decided to take these emotions that I was feeling. It inspired this design, this trans pride, if you'll call it, design that I made. So I actually made some shirts to make a bad situation into a little bit of a good situation as much as I could. And so I'm going to be selling these shirts. They got the middle finger with the trans flag in it, and I'll be selling those until May 8th. So you got 9 or 8 days, depending on when I get this video up, to buy one of those. Campaign goal is 100 shirts. We got 13 sold already. Thank you to everyone who's already bought a shirt. I'm pretty excited. I love this design. I love this. At least we got something good out of this. Hopefully my channel doesn't get deleted, but like, if it does, some people will have some shirts from it. We're gonna move on. That's just kind of the TLDR version of this whole event, this everything that's happened. I just wanted to lay out the facts going into this because I know the rest of the video is going to be a little bit messy and long and emotional, and there will be tangents, and I know this because I have filmed this video 3 times already, and I know this because I haven't slept right since the strike. I've broken out, I have sores in my mouth coming up, and just overall not doing great. And I just want to talk about why this is maybe, you know, obviously it's going to be a big deal and important to me, but, you know, there are some things regarding YouTube that I just haven't ever talked about on my channel before. And it's funny because every time that I have this conversation with myself, essentially, because I'm talking to a camera, but I really learn more and more about like what YouTube has really meant in my life, and it's a lot, and so I'm gonna try to like handle it better. What's funny is that like every time that I film this video, I can see myself like going through the stages of grief almost. Like my first video is like very just numb, and it still hasn't sunk in on what's happened, and then I have the next one I'm very emotional, and it's just so much, like I cried like 4 times in that video. My last one I'm like, yo, fuck YouTube, this company's a piece of shit, like even their top YouTubers know that this place is a joke, like they don't know what they're doing. And now I feel like I'm finally at the acceptance part, and I can just have a conversation with you and be a little bit more poised about it. Of course, there's still going to be some sting in there because this is a fresh wound, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more diplomatic with how I handle things. So I want to talk first about how YouTube has kind of shaped me as a person. And I know this sounds really dramatic, but honestly, I was like one of the first like YouTube kids. Like I was not the Yap YouTube kids, but as a child, I got into YouTube when pretty early on in the website's lifespan, and pretty early on in my lifespan as well. And as you know, consequently grew up with YouTube. Like I was 11 years old when I got my first laptop, and I remember this thing was like literally the earliest Dell that was ever made, handcrafted by dinosaurs. It's in a museum somewhere now, I'm pretty sure, but I would sit on the floor in front of my Wi-Fi box because this thing, my laptop didn't have Wi-Fi. I would have to hook it in via Ethernet, and just for hours sitting on the floor by the Wi-Fi box, like watching YouTube videos and editing together little clips that I had taken at school and putting that shit up on YouTube. And like that's what I did all the time. If I wasn't making videos, I was watching videos, and that's how it's been ever since. In December of this year, I will have had my YouTube account for 10 years. And I was very present online that entire time. YouTube has played so many roles in my life. One of those being a security blanket. It was a safe place for me in an otherwise sort of hectic childhood. In times when I felt disconnected from my peers, or like I didn't really belong anywhere or have a true home, I always could go back to YouTube, and it didn't really matter where I was or who I was around or what else was going on in my life. I always had that constant and that security and that stability, which might be kind of cheesy, but a lot of circumstances in my life, especially around that time when I was really getting into YouTube, around like 12 and 13 years old, things were pretty shaky. I never really felt like I belonged anywhere other than YouTube. In many ways, I still feel that way. I've been so fortunate to be able to join a wonderful community on YouTube, and I've made so many friends both online and in person from it. Some of my very best friends I have met because of my YouTube videos, and that is amazing to me. And not only did I grow up putting stuff on YouTube, but I also grew up watching YouTube and watching YouTubers. I've been so influenced by these people that I feel so connected to that, of course, don't know me, and I know that a lot of you guys watching this feel the same way because there are so many YouTubers that you probably watch that feel just like your best friend even though you've never really had a conversation with them. And that's a nice feeling for someone who maybe can't really be their whole selves around their friend group or something. Like when I think back on my middle school years and just how much creators like, you know, Shane Dawson, Lisa Nova, Kasim G, Swift Karate Chop, Smosh, the list goes on forever. You know, these early creators that were like forging this space on YouTube, they were people that I watched every day. And not just on TV, but like, you know, in their bedrooms, on their webcams. And that sounds creepy, but that's why YouTube is so like special, because it's intimate and it has like this connection to it where you are in my home, you know, watching this. We're not at a studio. As much as I try to, you know, set everything up and make everything look professional, the fact of the matter is I can take you into the other room and we can sit down on my couch and continue this conversation. And that has made me feel not just connected to the people that I watch, but to the website itself, because I am both a creator and a viewer all the time. Every single day I watch YouTube videos, hours of YouTube videos. And I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging, because I know that that's probably definitely not a great thing to do. But when I've spent the majority of the last 10 years of my life, someone who is 21 years old, that's like half of my life, on this website, either watching or uploading or making something to upload, I've been influenced in so many ways. YouTube has played so many roles in my life. It has taught me so many things. It has been so many things, including my first job. I got my first AdSense check when I was 14 years old, and it's grown into something that has given me this platform and this opportunity to travel and speak at colleges and, you know, go to conferences and meet people like me and just have my voice heard and feel so validated and like I'm really finally a part of something. YouTube has meant so much to me for so long. And it just sucks that like within the last year, so much of that has been sort of slowly declining. And there's been this space growing between me and the platform. In most cases in my life, I am very much a minimal effort kind of person. I will do as much as I need to do to get stuff done. But with YouTube, I feel like I've always done as much as I could. And I've tried very hard. And it hurts to feel like this website and this company and these people that I have given so much of my time and my energy and my attention to, at the end of the day, they don't value that time. They don't value me. What it comes down to is me being transgender might be a little bit too political for some of their advertisers. And they don't think they can make as much money off of me as they would like to. And I understand that it's a business, but it's really hard. I obviously don't do this for money, you know? But it sucks when 2 years ago, I had half the subscribers that I do now, and I was making 10 times as much money on here. I feel like it's been made pretty clear that YouTube doesn't really give a shit one way or another if we can afford to be full-time creators or not. It's either kind of, you buck up, you pump out content, you make it family friendly, you do it every single day, or, you know, tough shit. It's hard because I feel like there's so much more that I want to do on YouTube, and that I am nowhere near, you know, meeting my potential for what I can do with video or, you know, on the platform with ideas that I have. But with the time that I have and with the money that I'm making on it, there's a ceiling that you hit. And I feel like I've been pressed hard up against that for a while now. And it sucks because I always want to do more. I don't think that YouTube owes me anything. That's not what I mean by, oh, I've given them all my time and all this effort and what they give me. I just feel like I am not even given the same, opportunity. I just don't feel as if I am being treated equally. And I do think it's because I'm trans. And that really fucking sucks. And I'm not trying to say that YouTube dislikes LGBT people. I'm just saying that they don't think they can make as much money off of us, so they don't worry too much about us. YouTube wasn't anything worth looking twice at until a small community formed here. And that community grew, and it's gone through so much. And I can almost see it in my mind like a timeline of YouTube's different phases. We had the very early like pop culture sketches. Then everyone was Weird Al. It was music spoofs and parodies everywhere. Then we all got into gaming and everyone was doing Happy Wheels. And that was a dark time. Then it was fucking pranks. And then we've had the Viner invasion. And then, now YouTube has become this place where sort of everything exists within its own community, including trans people. And I love that. And I love that I helped forge that. But I don't love that we are not treated the same as the other communities, especially when so many LGBT creators are like the most well-spoken, well-put-together educational channels that I see. And I'm not talking about myself here, but there are just so many good channels that I know aren't getting nearly what they should be, just because of the fact that the person running the channel is in the LGBT community. Like in June, you're gonna see Joey Graceffa everywhere, and the YouTube play button's gonna be rainbow. But like, what are they really doing? It just sucks. I really, really, really hope this gets figured out soon. I really hope my channel doesn't get deleted. If it does, make sure you follow me over on Twitch at Partar400 because I am streaming over there, playing Fortnite and other games. You can also check out my other social media, Partar400 on Instagram and Twitter. I'm doing lots of new stuff on Instagram. Video about that coming soon, actually, if my channel's still alive. And then, of course, if you want to stay up to date, Twitter is the best place to do that. Also, Patreon, I am revamping that pretty soon. Gonna be doing a lot of cool stuff over there, including the podcast. We are revamping that in a very fun, very big way. So that'll be coming soon. That's something to look forward to. And that is available with the $1 tier, as well as bonus videos and other things. And then, of course, there's tiers all the way up and you can look at all the stuff. There's lots of different things. But, if my YouTube channel is just magically gone, yeah, go check out those other places because there will be things there. And probably there's gonna be some emotions for sure. But hopefully we don't have that happen. Other than that, I think that I will probably take a hot second to kind of figure out and reevaluate what I want to do here on YouTube. But I'm not going anywhere. Before I go, I do want to say that I think people are mass flagging my videos, and that's why a bunch of them are getting like age restricted. And I don't know if that's why I got the strike or if it's because of that and because of the attention my tweet got that people saw that and then went mass flagged. I did have people on Twitter telling me they were going to do that. Thanks, guys. So I don't know what's going on with that shit, but I mean, that's another video on the whole system that YouTube has set up, where people can just basically destroy someone else's channel if they want to, just because they don't like them. Cool. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Buy the trans flip shirt. Do subscribe, I guess. Click the bell notification because YouTube literally has come out and said that just subscribing doesn't get the videos into your sub box. So you might not even be seeing all of my things. So click the bell notification and then you will actually get all of my videos in your sub box rather than just a fucking lottery that they have set up right now. See, this company, whatever they're doing, they're... Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you soon. Bye.